Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing another Poundland DIY video. It is an autumn kind of fall inspired DIY. I have designed 2 pieces instead of the 3 just because I made these 2 and I wanted to get them out to you as soon as possible. Usually I do 3 in these type of videos or more, but today I only have 2, so I hope you don't mind. Anyway, I hope you enjoy today's video. If you do, then please do make sure to give it a thumbs up, as it really does help me to know what type of videos and stuff you like to see on my channel. So make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, I'm just gonna get straight on into the video.
So the first thing that I'm going to be upcycling is this little photo frame. I found this in the usual photo frame bit in Poundland. You know where they have like all of the kind of like quote prints and stuff like that. This was just tucked away on the bottom shelf down there. They have plenty in stock, so I'm sure they have them in your store as well. What I went ahead and did was took out the packet and then just pulled the twine bit with these little pegs on, and I just pulled all that off. I actually set it aside to use this in a future project. What I then went ahead and did was took a pencil and just kind of free-handed the word harvest onto it just to make sure I had it all spread out. I then used a black Posca paint pen to write over this, and these are the 2 pens that I mainly use, which was a PC1M and a 3M, but this one here that I'm using is a 1MR, which has a metal nib. These are the pens that I usually use to freehand all my writing. I do get a lot of questions on these, and I find that you can pick them up in Hobbycraft for a fairly good price anyway. Sometimes they go down to half price, but a lot of the times I do buy them on the internet now, like Amazon and stuff like that, so that I get a full packet of like the right sizes, and just works out cheaper that way. So I just went over the writing and I just started filling out all of the bits that basically, if you was to paint this on, and the down strokes, I made them thicker than the ones going upwards and around the sides. Hopefully that makes sense. So basically I wanted to look like it was brushed on, and when I brush on like text, I press down on the downwards kind of ones, so I make that thicker. That probably makes no sense, but hopefully I kind of did it. I then needed a little doodle on it, so I just popped these little kind of branches on, and then once it was all dry I just lightly sanded it to give it an extra bit of texture, and I just microfiber clothed off any of the dust. So once completely done, the sign looked like this. I think it has worked out so lovely and even better than what I imagined. The frame itself is really nice and thick and has worked perfectly as this little box frame. I thought this would be nice to layer up on my sideboard along with that white pumpkin, and pop this in front as a nice bit of text, a bit of contrast going on. I don't know, I think it's beautiful, and you can obviously write whatever you want on it. Moving on to the second DIY of this video, I actually used this teacher plaque. Now, as soon as I walked into Poundland, I seen this right in front of me a few weeks ago now. It wasn't that long ago, probably about 3 weeks ago. So they may still have some of these in store. It may even be in a sale, but you never know. I actually just took a saw and sawed off the leaf and then chopped off the very top of the stalk. I then used some 60 grit sandpaper just to smooth all of that out, and then I sanded off the best teacher text just to disguise it a little bit. I probably didn't need to do this, but I thought it'd be better to rough it up, try and get off as much as I could, just so that covering it would be a lot easier. So I just went ahead and added on loads of chalk paint, and the chalk paint that I actually used was this furniture paint by Rust-Oleum in the colour Hessian. I then went in with some graphite by Rust-Oleum again, and just started shading like in like little segments of the pumpkin. Are they even called segments? I don't know. I've never actually painted a pumpkin before, so I just went right at it and just thought what would kind of look best. It meant going back and forth and with lighter and darker shades, but I got there in the end. Once I was happy with the shading, I then used this brown acrylic paint. This is the one I used. It was actually in the shade called Raw Umber, and it's one by that brand like Royal Langnickel or something like that. I don't know, but it's the best acrylic paint that I've used, and shout out to my mum for recommending that one. I did make sure to paint this on while I still had a little bit of chalk paint left in my brush, so it gave a nice rustic look. I then took some raffia and just wrapped it around the stalk and just cut off the ends, making sure they weren't too neat, so it still looked a little bit like kind of not so put together, if that even makes sense. But this is able to remove and put back on if I want to. But the reason I actually put that on there was so it matched my TV unit, and I think the colours of this look so good. It matches the base and the oak on there as well with the raffia. I just think it looks lovely. I think layered up with the original sign, I think they make such a great pair and will look great on a sideboard or something like that.
So that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which one was your favourite, whether it was the pumpkin sign or the harvest sign. I absolutely love how both of them have turned out, and even though they're both really simple, I think they're really effective and will be great like backdrop pieces and stuff to mix into like your little displays and everything like that. That's what I'm going to be doing with them. I'm really happy with how the pumpkin turned out. I'm not really like painted pumpkins before, to be honest, so I'm kind of happy it looks like one. Well, at least I think it does. And the harvest sign I'm really happy with as well. It's a perfect alternative if you don't want to make a box frame, but if you do, I do have a tutorial on that, so I'll leave that down in the description down below from when I made my coffee sign. But I think the frame itself is actually a really good base to be able to DIY any signs that you've seen on Pinterest, or just something like that you want in your collection and you don't want to build it from scratch like I do sometimes. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye!